Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the brand new Bling Bling Jam YouTube station. Today, we're interviewing no other than William Reid in Hawaii, and he attends the Bling Bling Jam on a regular basis with his friend David. He's in the car waiting for David actually right now, which I haven't done an interview in the car yet as a first, but it's all great. He's in a quiet spot, so this should be good. William, let everybody know who you are, where you're from, what your business name is, and how you got started doing balloons. Take it away.
No, okay, well, I'm with Party Time Hawaii, or was. I am now technically retired. Um, my name is William Reid. I'm originally from New Jersey,
I see.
but I lived in California for years, and then I came out to Hawaii, and I stayed here ever since. Basically, I'll put it this way. Dave rescued me from poverty some odd near 20 years ago. We've been together ever since. He taught me my first balloon thing, and I went nuts, went on the internet and learned it in 2 weeks.
Okay. So the party.
Then I started doing balloons, yeah.
The company you mentioned is Dave's company?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And I
Party
heard
Time Hawaii.
I heard a little bit about that. So you guys met at, where did you guys meet? You told me this before, at a restaurant. You were doing something at a restaurant?
We actually met on the internet originally when I was at a friend's house.
On the internet? Okay.
And basically we got evicted because they were in an illegal living situation. So I ended up being on the street, and but I had like a little tiny homemade part-time job thing going on, so I wasn't broke. And so I took the ferry when it was still around to Oahu and met Dave, and that's how we met.
Ferry from a different island?
Yeah, from a different island.
I see. Yeah. Okay.
I was living on Maui, and I took a ferry with my bike to Oahu. Now, the ferry doesn't exist anymore, so that's just all in the past.
Oh, interesting. Right. Oh, there was a bee here. That was what was going on. It was warm here today in Boston. It was like 80 degrees. I think I have a bee in my house. That's okay. It happens. What can I do? Anyway, oh wow, that's really cool. So I didn't realize all that. So how did you start doing balloons with Dave? Exactly.
Okay, he taught me the super basics, which is basically how to roll balloons. And I made like doggies and sculpt them with it and stuff like that there. And then he said, I want you to learn this. And I said, well, I already knew something about what was going on the internet. When I saw the lucrativity of that business, and when I saw my own mechanical engineering skills being used, I thought, oh, what a nice thing to jump into. So I did. I became very proficient. I wish I could show you some examples. Unfortunately, most of them are in camera memories that I can't get to right now.
Oh, no. We don't need to do that right now. We're just talking. So that's
That's all right. But anyway, the thing is,
you start doing the basic balloon zoo. I'm assuming that's where a lot of us
start. Yeah. You know, doggies and clowns and. Okay. Well, I started learning character balloons back at the beginning of all this. I would go to I would go to the internet and I would find classes on different characters. I learned how to do penguins. I figured out Chili Willy on my own. I got to the point where I was actually able to make a Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner. Really wild. They were big too. Those were like 2 foot. But anyway, the point I'm saying is, I got into what we call line work. And I got into it in a big way because, man, when you get into these things, I guarantee you, you're going to have 50 kids waiting to get a balloon in 3-hour time or 2 hours time. And so you're like making these relatively simple but good character balloons. I worked on this to perfect it to the point where I could make characters in under a minute that were fairly complicated. Okay, like I would do princesses, and by changing them around to basically the same balloon, but you change to different characters by changing the color of the balloons. You know, things like this. Yeah. So it worked out really well. Now, the big deal, bow and arrow. About the fifth or sixth party down the line, I learned a thing called the bow and arrow, which I think I may have shown you. The bow and arrow uses, if I remember right, 1 350 and let's see, 1, 2, 3, wow, 4 260s. And so what happens is, you use you blow the one black balloon up, in my case, a 260, fold it in half, open it up, put basically a balloon on either side, and that holds it in place. And then you put the string on, which is an uninflated balloon, is the bowstring, and then you blow up the
Sorry, I got a
350. Hello, what?
I have a beat crazy over here, but that's okay. Go ahead. I'm not.
You're looking, aren't you? I don't blame you. Hey, you don't need to beat things right now. Anyway, what I'm saying is that, and then what I do is I would blow up the 350 and put 2 bubbles on the back. That would become the knock.
Right.
Put the arrow in the knock, pull the thing back, and off it goes. This thing is shoot 20 or 30 feet.
I made a bow and arrow, but it's interesting. So
this one's balanced so that it flies like an airplane, kind of. Yeah.
Oh, cool! I love to see it. So,
if we get a chance, I'll show it to you sometime.
Sure. So let me circle back to something. So before you did balloons and you met Dave, weren't you some sort of an entertainer or something? Like, what did you do before that? So everybody can.
I've done television, radio, and movies.
Okay. Great.
Mostly underground. I did movies with Marco Fuco in Sacramento back in 1988. I actually have pictures from that. But anyway, the thing is that I did that, and I did radio in the 90s, underground radio as an announcer, and basically a show host, and things like that. Before that, I was a mechanical engineer. I built pedal-powered cars and raced them. When I was homeless, I built pedal-powered houses and lived in them, which I also have photographic evidence of. You get a kick out of that. But anyway, basically, I was in the military many years ago. Did a lot of traveling on pedals. I've never had a driver's license. I've never owned a car. Never paid auto insurance, and never drove a car.
Okay.
It's all been bicycle or pedal power. That's my whole life.
Sure.
Up until I met Dave. Yeah.
You met Dave. When you did the balloons, right? So you worked for Dave and you did like line work shows. I mean, did you do any magic? What else did you do?
And any further with that, I don't work for Dave.
Oh, okay.
I did it voluntarily because he saved my neck too. I wanted to do something. I was approaching retirement age. I knew that I wasn't going to be able to do this forever.
Okay.
And so I thought, well, I'm just going to volunteer my time and see what happens. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, that's great. Sure.
I don't think if I had to repeat that again, I probably would.
Repeat that again?
A lot of friends. I said, if I had to repeat that again, I probably would.
Yeah.
And, well, just amazing stuff.
Sure.
But I didn't do it for profit. Why?
Yeah. So this is a different twist for everybody watching. There's no pun intended, which is great. And it's a great story. Every story is different. So I love that. I know you and Dave are great friends, and that's a great story. Like, wow.
Yeah, and our story is true.
I didn't know all those details. So that's great. So you basically did twisting. You didn't do decor with Dave, right?
No, we barely ever did any decor.
Okay. And now when you say retired,
he was mostly into like food, simple balloons.
Sure.
Oh God, let's see. We had rubber stamps for a while.
Sure.
Things like that. Got me started with that. Later on, I did face painting for a while.
Okay.
And got out of there and just expertised in balloons because I figured, well, that's one area where I knew I could do him the most good, and one area where I might get some decent recognition.
Yeah.
You know, being an artist and mechanical engineer, it's not that hard to understand how balloons work. Yeah.
Sure. Now, you told me something about this mechanical engineer stuff before, but I thought you did something with airplanes or kites or something. Didn't you do something like that? I forget.
Okay. I build flying model airplanes using balsa wood and tissue paper. And that is so a hobby I've had since I was 6.
I see. And they actually fly?
Yes.
Yeah, you showed me something, I want to say a couple years ago, and I was like, wow, check this out. I had no idea.
I showed you earlier in the year when I was there at Bling Bling a picture of like a framework.
That's it.
That framework is now covered and ready to fly.
Oh, wow.
That is an 8-foot wingspan model with a 2-foot prop. It's a record breaker, and it's designed to basically a giant rubber-powered flying model.
Okay. Very cool. So what are you doing with that now? Are you still, I mean, again,
I'm trying to find a place to fly it.
Okay.
Because it's not built for outdoors unless it's a dead air day.
I see.
Meaning nobody.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to understand is you're retired, is what you're saying, but you're still sort of working with Dave, or you're not? I don't really understand exactly what you're doing.
I'm not really working with Dave anymore.
Okay.
But we live together.
Yeah.
Okay. And basically, I'm building model airplanes now to stay busy.
Okay.
I design my own work. Dave's on his way back, by the way.
Yeah, that's fine. We're not going to be too much longer. So, so
thank you for asking about that. That was very nice.
Oh yeah, no, listen, the point is I want people to know you that are listening to this as well as I get to know people and I don't forget things. As you can tell, so I want to bring it back up because I want people to understand that, in our balloon community, especially at Bling Bling Jam, we actually talk to each other and then we get to know things that I didn't know. Right. And that's the point of everybody watching this YouTube video station, is to get to know you better. So is there anything that we forgot to say about your balloon career that you did or wanted to do that we forgot to say or that you want to share?
Not really, except that when I was working, I used to do characters.
I remember.
Cartoon characters.
Yeah.
Like, a kid would come up and I go, hi there, what would you like?
Right.
And they get taken aback because they're going, huh? And then I say another kind of voice. Hi there, how you doing?
I heard
stuff
that
like this. But the thing about it is, it's real goofy.
Yeah.
You're an entertainer, cartoon voices like that. And they loved it. When I first started, I had about 5 or 6 years straight of kids going, say that voice again, stuff like this.
Of course.
Today, when I go to the hospital I have adults coming to me and saying, I love your voices.
Yeah.
And it's so totally cool because it's nice to be appreciated.
Of course. I love
you get it 72 years old like I am now. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
It's nice to be appreciated.
How old are you?
Strangers.
How old you say?
I'm 72.
No way. I didn't know that.
Yes. I was born in 1952.
All right.
Right between the wars.
Entertainment and balloons keep us young, right? So that's great.
Yeah, I think entertainment, balloons, and keeping busy in your head is what keeps you young.
Of course. So, William, thanks for sharing that with everybody.
You bet.
Yeah, let's talk about Bling Bling Jam and what you like about it, and why you think people should come. I know you came, I believe, to year 2 when we had the wedding, and I know you've come several other times. You came this past year. It was great to see you with Dave. And tell everybody, and again, I know you're retired, but you're still involved. You still like to
basically, if I had my chance to involve more permanently, that would be good.
Yeah.
You'll probably hear this from a lot of people I would have loved to teach.
Yeah.
Because I know how to I know how to do line work very fast.
Sure.
The idea is to show technique. That really makes a difference.
Sure.
Most of my characters are very, very simple. Then I'm also a weapons master. I can make maces and hatchets and axes and oh god.
Right.
Plus bow and arrow, yes.
Sure. And you can always teach in the jam room and show us what you can do. We might do like an open mic session in there with the teaching as well. It's always an opportunity. So we'll talk.
Yeah. That would be good
for people. So that way
we get the chance to come back. Yes, that would be good.
But also see what people how they respond to you. So it's
right.
But yeah, so let everybody know what you liked about Bling Bling Jam, why you think they should come.
Well, I think
in your own words.
I think that it's one of the best things I ever got myself involved in. And I've been involved in movies, TV, radio, performances, stage work, crazy voices, the whole 9 yards. But I love Bling Bling Jam.
Okay.
And I'm not saying that just because I'm talking to you either.
No, I know, but let everybody
know. Always wanted to come because, well, I've got a lot of friends, including you, to see. Number two, there's a lot to learn.
Yes.
There's a lot to learn. I used to go there for classes. It helped me a whole lot.
Yes.
Finding new balloons to use, that was a big deal back then, too.
We had a lot of new balloons this year. Yep.
Yeah, and I'm talking about the deflated balloons, like back when you could get eyeballs and, that kind of thing.
Yes.
And the thing was that now you can't get anywhere near that because some of the companies went out of business.
Yeah, Qualitex.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to see companies start making those funny printed balloons because they come in real handy.
Yeah, and I think they are. There's different companies stepping it up, and I know LE Tex is working on some prints as well. And you can check out Batalic has some stuff as well.
Good.
Yep. And Bargain Balloons has another line that you can check out. She has, Decklemaster, she has another line as well that has some prints, is what I understand. So yeah, check them out. Mm-hmm.
I will most certainly do that because Dave does the balloons now, and I want him to have the best quality everything he can get.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
So I'm sort of like the nutty guy behind the scenes that tries to find the coolest stuff.
Yeah.
When it comes to balloons, and so I'm going to be doing a bunch of research on that. That'll take about a day.
Excellent. Your dog is so quiet, by the way. Does your dog bark? A cute doggy. Is that your dog?
She barely ever barks. She's Dave's dog.
Oh, Dave's dog. Got it.
Yeah.
Cool. Very quiet dog. That's great.
Yeah, she's very quiet unless there's another animal around. Then she starts barking.
Of course.
Never lets you loose on that one.
Right.
Every time we go to the pet store and she sees another dog, it's
Of course. Cute dog. So let's
go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say if there's anything else you want to share, but let's close it out with why you think people should come. I mean, in your humble opinion, I know you've been to some other events.
If you're in the business, this is the one thing I know of where you on who's there, legal matters.
You froze up for a minute.
That does make a difference.
Yeah.
What?
You froze for a minute.
Legal. What happened?
Your screen just stopped. You're okay. You're back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. You're a constant picture now, so I don't know what's going on with you.
No problem.
But anyway, the thing is, we had a friend that did legal teaching there.
Oh yeah.
And of course, there's the Balloonitic. I knew about the Balloonitic almost 10 years before I met him.
Yes.
Because when I was in Maui, I noticed he had some stuff up that was pretty cuckoo. And I liked him. And then I got to meet him.
Nick's amazing.
And take pictures with him, and stuff like that there. I do have one invention when it comes to balloons. I figured out how to build a balloon That's rose bush proof.
Nice, nice.
What that means is it's designed that you can actually take this thing and beat a rose bush and it won't punch holes in it. It's all low pressure.
Right. And you have other friends like Laureen as well.
Yep.
Amazing.
We still stay in touch. There's other friends that we stay in touch with.
Good. Good.
Oh yeah, gosh, are you kidding?
Yes.
A whole bunch of different people all over the place.
Yes. Yes. Well, that's great, William, and so excited for you to share. I know you're in the car, and Dave's coming back, and we fit this in, which is great. Was there anything else you wanted to share with everybody on this station about?
I think that's just about it for right now.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing. Everybody, make sure this is going to go live on Friday. So make sure you put some comments up or thumbs up and show William some love. We appreciate that. And he will check it out as well. And also, you know, like I said, anybody else who wants to do an interview, let's line it up. Because I'm scheduling them and getting them in here. I want to have different people on and we share. And make sure you subscribe and share this station. And again, we'll see you, William, and everybody else at Bling Bling Jam 2024. Let's bling it on.
I hope so.
I hope so too.
Don't you mean Bling Bling Jam 2025?
Yeah, that was. Oh, I meant 2025. Yes, we just had 2024, and you were there. So thank you for changing, correcting me.
Okay, and you know, like a certain friend of mine says, all I want to do is make people laugh.
Right? I love it. Thanks so much.
Me too. Roger does too. Yeah.
Yes, Roger. Yep. Thank you so much. Take care, and we'll bling it on everybody. Over and out. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, William. Thank you.
That's all, folks.